Yes, absolutely. Wes is the authentic Southern thing. He's from Southeast Virginia and probably as deep in the sticks as you can go. A couple of my culpas to start. Wes built the presentation, so we're going to fly this the way that we can. And then if I have any additional time at the end, we can talk a little bit about the National Roller Coaster Museum. Some of you, or maybe all of you, know that I was asked to chair the National Roller Coaster Museum for the upcoming year and however long they got me in the barrel. But it'll be for a while, probably. And some really good updates from that standpoint. But let's talk about Dollywood. First, thank you. Can't do the things we do, can't win the awards that we win, can't make the positive changes that we make on a nearly annualized basis without you. You're the ones that tell us, you're the ones that go to other parks and compare us. You give us the opportunity to really be better. And you know, you helped us celebrate last year our 40th anniversary. And really amazing 40th anniversary season for us. Started a little bit with a bang on that Southern Living cover. That's the first thing that people saw in January. That was the January cover of Southern Living. A couple little Easter eggs in that picture as I set up the photo for her for this. That's a 1986 truck. And if you might notice at the end, I don't know, we have a laser pointer on this one.
Dollywood.
On the bottom, you see that's the original bumper sticker for Dollywood, and gave us the opportunity.
Who has a laser?
Gave us the opportunity to do that because it wasn't just about us; it was about her as well. But a great story, and as through my tenure, this is my 27th season at Dollywood, and we've really come a long way. When I started, it was just the Dollywood theme park. Didn't do a whole lot in attendance, but we tried real hard and we were nice to people. And we've really grown the business. In a little while, we'll talk about what we're doing for this season. That includes adding our 11th coaster, and it's a pretty special experience. But TripAdvisor has named us the #1 theme park in the U.S. 2 out of the last 3 years, and the third year that we lost to our sister park, Silver Dollar City, so I felt pretty good about that. But we really take that to heart because those are real reviews. It isn't not that there's anything wrong with the USA Today Top 10 list, but there's no shenanigans that goes on there. It's real reviews and it's real things that they show, and so we take that to heart. But when you look at 2025 and you look at the anniversary, we made a lot out of a little. We invested in some things that were important. Among those things was making changes to the village and the country fair, updating some things there, including turning the former Heartsong Theater into the Imagination Playhouse and bringing that Imagination Playhouse program and shows for the whole season. So that is now officially the home of the Imagination Library at Dollywood, and what was a great addition, as were the changes that we did in Country Fair. Not a whole lot of capital, but a whole lot of thank yous. Our families have told us that additional space we were able to create by extending the barn and doing the splash pad. And it's amazing, as some of our sister parks will admit, it's great when there's a great impact just some paint will make. And we overlaid a completely new look and design for that area and feel really good about it. And then of course in the fall we added a new overlay called Candy Corn Country that was completely invented in-house down there and was very, very successful. So when we opened, we were able to celebrate the 40th anniversary. I love the picture on the left, or on your right, I guess. On your left, of Dolly and Pete Hershend. Eugene is there adding his 2 cents, but it was an opportunity for us to really talk about those 40 years in the media event that we used to open the season. What an incredible partnership. I was blessed to be able to spend the last week at what we call Hershend University, and it was neat to be able to see the tie of, they ran a video that I think some of you all will be able to see here fairly soon, about Mary Hershend. And Mary is really the one that started the business with her husband Hugo and their boys, Jack and Pete. But how it transitioned from Mary to Jack and Peter, and then how they've expanded the business, and now the business is essentially in the hands of Chris Hershend, who's Pete's son, who is both chairman of the family committee and also chairman of the board for Hershend Enterprises. So really, really great. Dolly had a lot of fun. We finally got her a Dollywood sign. And that is a real dimensional Dollywood on the hill, just like the Hollywood sign. And based on the foundations, it'll be there for a while. But really, really great opportunity for us to celebrate. The Today Show did a full day of coverage for us. It's great to have those kind of partnerships. The correspondent that was there actually lives in Knoxville and is a pass holder. So she knows a lot about Dollywood and really enjoyed that, and it was great. We were able to share that with the whole country. A couple of other things we added. We finally added a major restaurant to the top of the hill, so that if you're up enjoying Wilderness Pass or Timber Canyon or Wildwood Grove, in addition to Till and Harvest and Wildwood Grove, you now have the restaurant, our rotisserie chicken restaurant that's up there. A really, really successful, great menu, hotter than hell in the summertime. So you'll be happy to know we listened, and we're building covered seating that will be 3 season seating there. So in both in the summer it'll be cooler, and then in the winter it'll be covered, and we'll be able to drop side so it's warmer. And then in addition to that, just a really great opportunity for us to add some additional shows. We did a 40th anniversary drone show. The show that's up here was just nominated, or was nominated, didn't win, but was nominated for a brass ring. Show called Play On that celebrated 40 years of entertainment. You'll get an opportunity to see it for one last season this season. But a great show, and a really reminder to all of us of the great entertainment that we've produced over the last 40 seasons, now 41 seasons. Did a little work on the Blazing Fury, and I don't know if anybody has had a chance to be able to ride it. We've taken a different tack than our sisters and brothers at Silver Dollar City. Really love what RMC did for them, and basically rebuilding the entire ride in a modern way in a new area. We've decided to, our ride was about a little less than 10 years newer than theirs, but afforded us the opportunity to preserve and protect that ride. It's been completely retracked, trains have been completely rebuilt. We've worked on the control system, added a new digital sound system in the building. Sound is great. Repaired things that needed to be repaired, including adding water in the waterfall room again, not in the end, but in the waterfall room. And we're able to fix a lot of effects. Continuing to work on it as we go. So Cindy McCormick, who is our Vice President of Guest Experience, continues to work on, we'll be going scene by scene, and we'll be working to preserve and protect some of those things, and to make it relevant and fun and a first ride coaster for families for another 50 years. So in September, we announced a little ride called Night Flight Expedition. I had a lot of fun this summer teasing this attraction and confusing all of you. So I worked really, really hard to do that. But if you go back through and now put all the puzzle pieces together, one of the things that you'll notice is there is nothing that we said or nothing that we showed you in imagery that is not actually in the ride experience. And we'll talk about that a little bit in a second, but it's afforded us the opportunity to really celebrate another Smoky Mountain story, extend the storyline of what goes on in Wildwood Grove and the story that we introduced in 2019 when we built Wildwood Grove originally. And I'll talk more about it, but it really is, it's going to be an amazing attraction. Well, let's wrap up 2025. So thanks to y'all. As I said, #1 park for TripAdvisor. Our company is focused on really 3 things. First thing is taking care of our guests. Second thing is taking care of our hosts. And the third thing is creating a guest experience that brings families closer together. You do the 2 other things right, and the third leg of the stool really kind of takes care of itself. But all those things are in tension. You know, you can focus on one or the other one, and those things can become out of balance. But making sure that we are the best place to work for folks in our area is important to us. We've been blessed to win several awards for that from Forbes and Newsweek and others over the last several years. The best workplace for women is that was a first win for us this year. But we also provide we're in the top 300 list for customer service, and we're the highest ranked business within our category, so within the hospitality business, out of that 300, and we're very proud of that. Won a bunch of golden tickets, won some other stuff. Don't want to belabor the point, but as I said, really important to us that you guys have helped us with all of those things. Thanks to NAPA with the opportunity that they had to name us their favorite park again for you NAPA members that are here. And with Big Bear Mountain, I agree with you. It's my favorite new attraction too. All right, we'll hop through there. All right, so 2026, Night Flight. It is, as I said, an extension of Wildwood Grove. This is about the Great Smoky Mountains at night. So some of you may know Great Smoky Mountains National Park, that entire biosphere is among one of the most diverse from a plant and animal standpoint, so biodiversity standpoint, places in the entire world. It has some pretty unique features. It has synchronous fireflies. That's one of only 2 places in the world where fireflies actually sync their flash, and they do that for about a 3-week period in June every year. And you've got to come to the Smokies or go to Korea to see it, but it's much more convenient for me to go to the Smokies to be able to see it. And it's an amazing thing to be totally surrounded by fireflies and have them flash and it look like they're doing the wave or something that you see on a scoreboard at a football game. There's also a lot of bioluminescence in the Smokies. So plants and animals that glow at night and glow under certain lengths of light, so under UV or under other types of colored light. So using all of those things together, we created the story about the search of Secret Lake, which is the lake that provides the mojo that makes the Wildwood Grove tree glow, that makes all of the rest of those plants and animals glow that are in the Smokies. So we'll go on a search together to go find that with the help of Cora and Jasper, which for those of you that follow Big Bear Mountain, they are the niece and nephew of the ranger that's looking for Big Bear on Big Bear. So let's take a look at this. I need to hit anything to plug? Yeah, just plug again.
As the sun sets, the great Smoky Mountains stir. For some, night brings rest.
We're partnering with Mach on this ride. This is their rock and boat technology, which won the award for innovation for rides for last year for what they built at Futuroscope. Much different experience than that ride. When the video says you'll fly, you'll float, you'll whitewater raft, and all of those things will happen. You will, and it's a nearly 5-minute experience. And it is a traditional, I mean, it's in a building that's over 40,000 square feet, 5 stories tall, and within that box, you're going to be told a story, and you're going to be a part of that story as you go through on the search for Secret Lake. There's some amazing things that our team and the producer, Erica Rutledge, is working on, and I have told a couple of people, the finale experience is going to be something else. And it's going to be something like most people have never experienced before. Certainly the folks that typically come to Dollywood will never have experienced it, but it's very unique. It is the first of its kind in the world. It is the 11th coaster at Dollywood. It is a coaster. It is a water ride. It is a multimedia vehicle. It's huge. Each one of these ride vehicles is gigantic. If you saw the unveiling that we did at IAPA of this ride vehicle, it's something else. And these, each one of these seats you see have cutouts. There's speakers on the front, but the bioluminators are on the back of the seats, and in the center and the front is a bioluminator, and that's what seeks the bioluminescence and amplifies it and allows you to find Secret Lake. So very dense storytelling within the ride, but also a lot of really fun thrills, I guess, would probably be the best way to say it. But as I said, huge building. What you're seeing with the arch top is actually the Q. That's the beginning of the Q building. The huge building is a hangar, and it really is housing some amazing technology that is still well under construction. You can see some things that are very familiar within coaster track, but you're also seeing some things you're not used to seeing, including some of the whitewater channeling that is there. There's 500,000 gallons of water in this ride. Whoa. And that water will rush just like a river. So there's a lot to it, but it's going to be an amazing experience. And remember, it's in the dark. So it's going to be a cool discovery experience for everybody who gets an opportunity to ride it.
Question.
Yes?
Well, it's going to be all indoors.
Yes, including the queue.
So even whenever it's cold out, there's going to be water in the dark and everything. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll be able to control.
That ride is just giving me happy tears.
Well, that's great. That's great. And we will be able to control the flow. The idea is that you're not going to get soaked, but you will have the opportunity maybe in the summertime that you may catch a little more water than you would in the wintertime.
So it's not, kids are like a coal cracker, it's not like a huge wave comes down.
Well, it depends on how we crank it up. So, something else new for 2026, and we'll go back and talk a little more and take some more questions on Night Flight. We are doing our inaugural Run Dollywood. The intent is for this to become a run series, much like Run Disney. 5K, 10K kids run, and then a half marathon. I love this because there's an opportunity here, if anybody is not registered, to take a picture with your phone and see. I can see there's a lot of folks that are doing that. Believe it or not, the 5K, 10K and kids run are all sold out. There's a few spaces left for the half marathon, but it's been hugely successful in its inaugural launch. And we're really looking, we're excited. We're looking to do something in the fall as well, maybe around this new event we're doing called Harvey's Boo Bash. So it will be our version of a private party after the park closes during Great Pumpkin Luminites. We're testing some dates, the 16th, the 23rd, and 30th of October, with an opportunity for families to be able to dress up, trick or treat, kind of akin to what you've experienced if you've ever gone to Mickey's Not So Scary. Exclusive ride time, exclusive swag, other stuff that will be provided for it. And then at Splash Country this year on Fridays and Saturdays, we are actually going to take an event that our new sister park, Splish Splash, did this past year called Neon Nights, and we're doing a Neon Night event at Splash Country, and that park will be open at night with a lot of different activities at that park. Important dates for this year. When we open on March 13th, we'll open with the I Will Always Love You Festival. One of the things that's different from the heart, obviously the Dolly Show will launch when we launch for the year, but we have a Cirque show that's called Cirque Mécanique, and we have an Outrageous show as well. One's going to be in the Pines, one will be in Show Street Palace Theater, with the opportunity, because so many folks are coming on spring break, to have some shows that are a little more family targeted during that time of year than just some of the things that we've done in the past. So it's an opportunity for us to explore a couple of new things. Flower and Food, April 18th through June 7th. Completely new menu. Just did a tasting a couple of weeks ago. I'm still kind of feeling that. And then Summer Celebration. We too were doing America 250 activation during that time. The Summer Drone Show that y'all have become accustomed to seeing with us, with drones and fireworks, will have a decidedly Celebration 250 feel to it. Really excited about that. We'll have a full line of merch, and we'll be doing some other activations around the park. And then Harvest and Christmas, obviously, are two biggest festivals of the year as we move through. Now, specific events, Thrills in the Hills is September 25th and 26th. And then our ACE regional event, Smoky Mountain Coaster Fest, is Saturday, November 14th, which is always the Saturday before IAPA starts.